class. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, ma'am.
Om Shanti.
Welcome to the pranayam class. Let's start the session. Come into the sitting posture. Keep your back neck straight, align, relax completely. Gently close your eyes. Now go into the posture. Observe how you are sitting. Be comfortable within it. Slowly bring your awareness towards the inhalation and exhalation of the breath. Now take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation, deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Now take a deep breath, deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Prepare yourself for the 3-time chanting. Inhale for the Om.
Shanti. 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 Feel the vibration and sensation. Now join your both palm. Rub your palm. Place on your eyes. Feel the warmness. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm. Gently open up your eyes with a great smile. Om Shanti. So we practiced in previous session the Brahmari Pranayama. Now today we're gonna talk about it, the Kumbhak. Write it down. We're gonna talk about the Kumbhak. Kumbhak, even in the very first session of the pranayama, I explain about the Kumbhak. That Kumbhak pranayama is what? The Kumbhak, according to the mini Hatha Yogic text, which explain that retention, where you are retaining your breath, that is a pranayama. And we also talked about the types of the Kumbhak, yes, Antara and Bahira Kumbhak, right? Two types of the Kumbhak there. The literal meaning of the Kumbhak, basically the pot. Kumbhaka means the pot. If you go for the literal meaning, Kumbhaka, pot. A pot where you can put something, right? You can put something in the water pot, then where you keep the meal, right? That is a food pot. So any pot where you're keeping something, same thing, you are keeping the air into your lungs. That is considered to be a pot. So Kumbhaka, here, the lungs are becoming the pot for where you're keeping the air. How you're keeping the air? You're keeping the air and taking out. You require the pot, right? If you want to give something out, again you require pot. And to keep something in, again you require the pot. So Kumbhaka is literal meaning the pot. Now, two types of the Kumbhaka, the Antara and the Bahira Kumbhaka. The Antara Kumbhaka, when you inhale, right? Antara and Bahira. I'll write it down for you.
So Kumbhaka or Kumbhak having two category, Antara and Bahira or Bahya. So understand the pranayam is basically the Sahitya Kumbhaka. You are practicing all the types of Kumbhaka which you learned right now, and that's Bhastrika Pranayam or Shitli Shitkari or Brahmari Pranayam. These are the part of the Sahitya Kumbhaka. So these are the part of the Sahitya Kumbhaka. Now, the complete retention, when we talked about it, like you are not inhaling and exhaling, that is also the complete retention. So Antara Kumbhaka, when you're implementing, you inhale and hold your breath, right? You retain your breath and then you exhale after retention. Then this Antara Kumbhaka, when you retain your breath, everybody can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So Antara Kumbhaka, when you're applying, you have to inhale and when after inhalation, you have to retain. That is the Antara Kumbhaka. But understand one thing, the kumbhak, when you implementing, it's a dangerous part also, right? When you're introducing the kumbhak to your student, it means they have to correct their breathing pattern first. So sequence wise, we did all the practice, right? Later on, when they get the mastery over the, uh, how to inhale, how to exhale, and how to do everything, and they learn the little bit practice of the pranayam, then later on, you can introduce the kumbhaka. So Antara Kumbhaka, when you're applying, what happened? When you inhale, your lungs gonna expand it, your diaphragm gonna move towards your belly, and then expansion happen in your lungs, in your rib cage, and in your these the muscles. So these area are expanded, and you hold it. Okay, when that expansion happen, you're gonna hold that position, and then what happened? So the upper and the lower respiratory system, your upper and the lower respiratory system is expanded completely. So like inhalation, when you're doing it, you're working on the upper respiratory system. Lower, when your bronchi, your trachea, your alveoli is activated by doing the inhalation. And then it's like you fill the air into the balloon and balloon expanded, and you hold that balloon. Same thing happen. You have the tiny balloon in your lungs, very tiny sac that called air sac. So very tiny. It's again, you cannot see like that. It's not that much large, very tiny air sac very tiny balloon in your lungs, and it's give you the more like tree kind of structure. And when you inhale, they're gonna open and expand it. And when you retain the kumbhaka, antara kumbhaka, you do this, the expansion happen in that air sac, and you remain in that position. When you remain in that position, so blood circulation, you create the pressure in your organs, right? You're creating the pressure in the air sac, and there's a pressure which exchange of the gas is gonna happen in the very great level. What happened? Oxygen is going. You are taking the oxygen, and carbon dioxide you're gonna release it. So when you retain your breath, there is an emergency. You get the call from your brain that you required immediately. You have to expel the carbon dioxide, and intake of oxygen is, your brain is giving you that message. So next breath after exhalation, next breath which you are gonna take, that breath you're gonna take deep, very deeper breath you're gonna take. And then the pressure which created into your body organs, because everywhere there is a lack of the oxygen in the first breath, so they required immediately the more oxygen. And then next breath which you are gonna take, next retention which you're gonna do, they get the proper oxygen to each part of your body. And same time, even the next retention happen, expel the complete carbon dioxide. So these exchanges of the gases happen in deeper level. In shallow breathing, what happened, this exchange of the gases is not happen properly, because you take, so there's no time, you are not providing the much time to your body organs, your cells, to exchange the gases properly, to absorb the oxygen properly, and um, to expel the carbon dioxide properly. So if you retain the breath, if you retain, that time gonna expand this exchange of the gases, the duration of the exchange of the gases, they get the proper time, and then it happened properly. But uh, understand this thing, the people, especially for the those who are having hypertension, cardiovascular issues, or high blood pressure, they cannot do the kumbhaka. It's difficult for them. Okay, if they having certain problems, you cannot introduce the kumbhaka to them, because it could be dangerous for them. So very important, you have to check the history of the your student health history, and then you're going to introduce the antara kumbhaka to them. In bahira kumbhaka, the expansion which happen in the antara kumbhaka, and then contraction happen in your whole body organs. So diaphragm move towards the lungs, and contraction happen in your lungs. Rib cage contracted, there's a space between your rib cage and the lungs, it reduced. And then alveoli, the air sac, which uh, the balloon kind of small tiny balloon kind of structure which expanded with inhalation, they're gonna contract it with the exhalation, and then you retain it. So like when you take out all the air from the balloon, so they contracted out, right? They become, it's squeezed. So the moment you hold that position, that is a position when in this time there's a complete, you are taking out the carbon dioxide, complete toxicity you are taking out, all the bad energy. I don't want to use that word. All the the toxin which is accumulated in your body, in the prana form, right? In the prana form, that gonna come out with this retention, this bahira kumbhaka. So antara kumbhakara and bahira kumbhaka, is having the tremendous benefit if you practice, but these come with along with the major precaution, because Bahira Kumbhaka again could not practice by is most dangerous than the Antara Kumbhaka. Bahira Kumbhaka is most dangerous than the Antara Kumbhaka. If you're implementing the Bahira Kumbhaka, immediately you cut out the oxygen from the brain and you get the little bit dizziness. Immediately you get the dizziness and other things. So lack of the oxygen, due to the lack of the oxygen, there is a chance that you get the brain hemorrhage, and you get the inertia, you get the dizziness, you get the little bit faint, you can you also get the low blood pressure issue. So that's why the pregnant women, or during the menstruation time, or cardiovascular issue, low blood pressure, high blood pressure, any problems related to the kidney, liver, in these situation, Antara and Bahira Kumbhaka, especially Bahira Kumbhaka, should be avoided. These are the major precaution one has to take, right? These are the contraindication of the Antara and Bahira Kumbhaka. But if you get the mastery over the all the Sahitya Kumbhaka and you train yourself, you work on the pre-practice of the breathing. So when you reach to the introduction to the Kumbhaka or implementing the Kumbhaka, I think half of the problem would be sorted out. So you're very much prepared if you go with the sequence wise. Okay, along with the Shatkarma. Yes, Shatkarma play very important role because it's prepare you for the Kumbhaka, because you when you're practicing the Shatkarma, you're working on the balancing the Tridosha. And when Tridosha is balanced, it means your body, physical body and mental body is very much, healthy. And then you are ready for the Kumbhaka. You don't have such kind of big problems. So along with the Shatkarma, you have to practice the pre-practice of the pranayam, and once you get the mastery over it, you can introduce the Kumbhaka. The benefit of the Kumbhaka is tremendous. It said that if you're practicing the Kumbhaka, you you will get you become the master. You get the siddhis, you get the power of those which even I cannot explain through the words. You can see the far away, you can see your past, you can see the future the moment you hold your breath, right? The higher level. This Antara Bahira Kumbhaka lead you towards the Kevala Kumbhaka. Remember, I talked about it, Keval, Kevala Kumbhaka. So, the benefit when you reach to the Kevala Kumbhaka is more closer to the Samadhi, and you get the long life. The moment you practice the Kumbhaka, you get the long life. And it said that you can choose your death when you want to die. If you don't want to die, you are not gonna die. That's the uh, so all small things is just a few things, but ultimate things you achieved. You can delay your old age. You remain young forever if you want. It means you human being get the choice, because he get the control over the pranavayu, and the person who can have the control over the pranavayu, like you control over the pranavayu. So because of the prana, your body gonna decay, and if you can control the prana, it means you can delay the old age, and you can control your old age also. You want to young forever, you can be young forever. You want to stop your degeneration of the cells, you can start doing the getting the regeneration of the cells. You can even control the death, even you can choose your death. इच्छा मृत्यु कहते हैं, इच्छा मृत्यु प्राप्त हो जाती है जब वो इंसान जब तक चाहे वो जिंदा रह सकता है। ये है पावर ऑफ द कुंभक, ये बेनिफिट होता है जो कुंभक जो प्रैक्टिस करते हैं। और मेनी अदर सिद्धीज यू विल गेट व्हेन यू आर प्रैक्टिसिंग द कुंभक, These are the very few, but it's make you more closer towards the Siddha Purus, give you all the Asta Siddhya. There is a types of the Siddhya you will get in when you're practicing the Kumbhaka, and you go more closer to the attaining the moksha. But you, it doesn't mean if you practicing the Kumbhaka you attain the moksha. It's guaranteed no. But yes, all the siddhis, all the power which is prevalent in the nature, you become Superman, Spider-Man, whatever, those kind of power will come to you. So, any doubts here? Any difficulty? Good. So now I'll write it down the ratio about it. I'll write it down the ratio for you. The Kumbhaka ratio when one, the beginner ratio would be 1 2. Second ratio is 1 2 2. Then 1 3 2, and then final one is 1 4 2. Once you note it down, let me know. So I'll explain you. If you note it down, let me know.
Done,
So I'll
ma'am.
explain to you.
Yes.
Okay. So 1 1 2 ratio is a beginner ratio, and this is a safe practice also. uh, I told you about it. It's very difficult for the people who are having certain problem. They shouldn't be practicing the Kumbhaka, but the beginner level of the Kumbhaka, especially when they don't have the major issue. For example, they have only little bit issue of the high blood pressure. So you can introduce the beginner level. So 1 2 is a beginner level of the ratio. Here, one, for example, 2 second 2 second you have to inhale, then 2 second you have to retain, and then double 4 second you have to exhale. So 1 1 2 is a ratio. One which represent the inhalation, another one retention, and last one is exhalation. Okay, this is the very beginner one. Exhalation is twice. So when you inhale 2 second or 4 second, for example, you are inhaling. So 4 second of the inhalation, 4 second of the retention, and 8 8 seconds you have to take the time for exhalation. Clear this much. So this is a beginner ratio. It depends person to person. So ideal one, like whenever you want to introduce the kumbhaka, uh, how you're going to introduce, you can start with the 5 second of the breath, 5 second of the inhalation, 5 second of the retention, and 5 second of the exhalation. Sorry, 10 second of the exhalation. So note it down. Here the retention is Antara Kumbhaka. Bahira Kumbhaka, as I keep telling you, it's a more dangerous practice. So Bahira Kumbhaka, you cannot introduce to the people until unless they are not perfectly fit. Okay. But Antara Kumbhaka, again, the safe one, safe side, you can go for it. So basic ratio you can introduce to them. Okay. Now come to the second ratio, that is 1 to 2. 1 to 2. So here you're gonna make the retention double and making the exhalation double. So 5 second inhalation, then 10 second retention, Antara Kumbhaka, then 10 second the Rechak, exhalation. So Purak, you can write it down like that. In Sanskrit also write it down. Purak inhalation, that is 5 second, then 10 second Antara Kumbhaka, then 10 second is Rechak. Okay, that's you're gonna write it down. So 1 to 2, this is the next level one. Once get the mastery over the one ratio, then gradually, okay, individually depend person to person. Gradually they have to move towards the second stage of the ratio. Then the third stage of the ratio is 1 3 2. 1 3 2, it means thrice of the inhalation. So 5 second inhalation you are doing. So thrice, it means 15 second you have to retain and twice you have to exhale. So 10 second you have to take time for exhalation. This is the another ratio, the third stage of the ratio. That's how you're gonna introduce the kumbhaka and improving the retention gradually. Okay, sequence wise. But depend person to person. It should be done not putting so much effort. It should be done with the comfortably. Okay, retention should be done with the within the comfort zone. Then the final step, the final one, 1 4 2 is the ideal one. So here one, it means 5 second of the inhalation and make it into with the 4 is 20. 20 second you're gonna retain the Antara Kumbhaka, and 2 would be exhalation Rechak. It means 10 second you have to exhale. This is the final ratio of the Kumbhaka, ideal one. Now the second I've given with the 5 second, but it's like more 10 second inhalation could be done. So it means 40 second in that sense. If 10 second inhalation is going on, so to 40 second you have to retain, then 20 second you have to take the time for exhalation. So duration of the time, duration of the inhalation, if you're going to increase, you have to multiply with the ratio, these things, and then step by step you're going to reach to the final one. It will take years to reach to the final one, depend person to person. Okay, totally depend. And all the kumbhaka, antara kumbhaka should not be forcefully implemented. It doesn't mean that I am telling you about the benefit. Oh, let's do today, and in order to get the siddhi, you start practicing the final version. Oh, you're gonna die here. Okay, there's a major side effect if you put the pressure. These all the retention happen naturally to your body, and you have to listen how much you can retain your breath, 2 second, 3 second, or 4 second. And that's how you're gonna um, do the inhalation, and then multiply with the two, and then retention you're gonna do, and then exhalation. Everything should be done with the very comfortably should be practicing. It should not be putting too much pressure. Oh, now I have to hold my breath and like this, and you are going out of breath. No, this will bring you the harm. Okay, so ratio is clear to everyone. Any doubt till here? Very good. So these ratios divided into the beginner stage, then medium stage, the beginner stage or medium stage, okay, and then the advanced stage. Advanced stage one is a 1, 4, 2. That is advanced stage of the Kumbhaka. So now today we're gonna practice and Kumbhaka we're gonna practice with the normal breathing. Okay, you can introduce this Kumbhaka in the Nadi Shodhana also, or you can practice with the Bhastrika also. You can practice with the Kapal Bhati, like when you practicing the Kapal Bhati, when you ending your Kapal Bhati, you can just inhale and start retaining your breath. That's you can do. But in order to understand how the Kumbhaka gonna work, so we're gonna start with the pre-practice of the pranayam, right? So normal breathing, especially the abdominal breathing, we're gonna practice the Kumbhaka. So abdominal breathing along with the Kumbhaka. Okay. So come into the sitting posture, keep your back neck straight, relax. And follow my instruction. Gently close your eyes. Bring the awareness towards your posture. Any comfortable sitting posture you can choose. Make sure your back neck is aligned. Now, bring your awareness towards your inhalation and exhalation. Now, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, next breath, as you inhale, start practicing your abdominal breathing. So inhale. So we're gonna, right now we are not applying the ratio, just go with your breath, how much you can do inhalation. Inhale just, and then retain your breath only for 5 seconds. So we are just applying the 5 second retention, but not in Purak and Rechak. So as much as you can inhale, pop out your belly and retain the breath. Apply the Antara Kumbhaka for 5 seconds and very slowly exhale. Make sure you're not giving any pressure in inhalation and exhalation. Retention only for 5 seconds. Even 5 seconds you feel difficult, you can apply only 2 seconds. Just observe, are you comfortable with the holding the 5 second breath? Here, don't focus on the inhalation and exhalation much. Just focus on the retention. Inhale as much as you can inhale. Exhale as much as you can exhale. Each inhalation, each exhalation should be done with the consciousness, awareness. The abdominal breathing, make sure when you're doing, you pop out your belly full and squeeze the belly in when you're exhaling. With ease, you have to practice. Do not pressurize. Do not get any stress. Face muscles, your body, all parts would be completely at the relaxation. With the ease, you have to practice. Anytime you feel any difficulty, you can stop and do the normal breathing. Now very slowly come back to your normal breathing. Take your own time to complete your practice and come back to your normal breathing. Now take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for the 3-time Om and Shanti. Om. 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 Shanti. 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 Join your both palm. Wrap your palm. Place on your eyes. Feel the warmness. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm. Gently open up your eyes with a great smile. Say Om Shanti. Any doubt, any problems? Very well. So Namaskaram, Om Shanti. Meet you at the
Namaskar, Shanti,
meditation
ma'am.
class.
Yes, ma'am.
Bless you guys. Mangal ho. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Welcome, dear.